Parker Schnabel leaves behind a fortune that makes his family. Parker Schnabel, the young and driven gold miner known for his role on the hit reality TV series Gold Rush, has built an empire few could have predicted when he first appeared on screen as a teenager. Over the years, Parker transformed from an eager apprentice under his grandfather's guidance to one of the most successful gold miners of his generation. In this fictional account of his life's later years, Parker Schnabel has unexpectedly passed away, leaving behind not only a mountain of gold but a legacy and fortune that will forever change his family's future. At just 30 years old, Parker was already a multimillionaire, having mined tens of millions of dollars worth of gold from the unforgiving terrain of Alaska and the Yukon. But Parker was never content with simply making money. He was obsessed with the process, the challenge, and the thrill of beating nature at its own game. His tireless work ethic and relentless pursuit of success made him a standout even among veteran miners. In this fictional telling, Parker's passing comes as a shock to fans and his close-knit team. A freak accident during a remote expedition in the Yukon leads to his untimely death. The news rocks the mining community and his loyal television audience, many of whom had watched him grow up on screen. But while the loss is devastating, the scale of what Parker leaves behind is staggering. Upon reading his will, Parker's family and crew are stunned. Parker, always calculating and forward-thinking, had meticulously planned his estate. He left behind an estimated $150 million in assets, comprising not just raw gold, but mining equipment, land claims, real estate, and investments. His mining company, which had expanded globally with interests in Australia and South America, continued to operate under the management structure he had put in place just months before his final expedition. What makes his family emotional is not just the fortune, but how he arranged it. Parker, who never married and had no children, left the majority of his wealth to his family and his crew, the people who stood by him in freezing storms, collapsing ground, and relentless pressure. His parents received a significant portion, though he had always said in interviews that his real inheritance came from his grandfather, John Schnabel, who taught him everything he knew about gold mining. In a surprising move, Parker left full control of the mining operation to his younger cousin, Ella Schnabel, a fictional character in this narrative. Ella, just 22 and studying environmental science, had spent summers shadowing Parker and learning the ropes. He saw in her the same passion and intelligence that had once driven him, and he wrote in his will that he believed she could take the family's legacy into the future with a blend of tradition and innovation. To his crew, Parker left generous shares of the company's annual profits. Rick Ness, his longtime friend and former foreman, inherited a fully equipped claim in Alaska and a detailed letter from Parker thanking him for years of loyalty. Every member of the crew received a personal note from Parker, a touching, human reminder that even as he built an empire, he never forgot those who helped him do it. The family, overwhelmed with emotion, was moved not just by the scale of the inheritance but by the way Parker's final actions reflected his character: loyal, strategic, and always one step ahead. They vowed to honor his legacy by continuing the mining business with the same grit and integrity that defined Parker's life. Though the world lost one of its brightest and most driven young entrepreneurs in this fictional account, Parker Schnabel's impact lives on. His fortune ensures his family's security, but more importantly, his values and vision remain embedded in the very bedrock he spent his life unearthing.